gonna stop here and get a wood permit at the ranger station. Look out for bears and grandmas. Oh, that's a homicide investigation. I shouldn't have made a joke about it. Who to call if you meet a bear? Aspen and Pines, that's who you call. I'll run after them suckers. Oh, there's a bear. There's a bear.
Okay.
Give me the camera.
Okay. Oh, geez, shouldn't we run?
Okay, he's walking right there. I don't know where he went.
I'm glad you have your gun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too close. Right there. He's running up the hill.
I thought you didn't like chasing after bears.
Well, from a distance. Wonder where he went. That's kind of fun. Got the wood permit. Boom. We got snacks, tents, chairs, chainsaws, the good old trusty green four-wheeler and a dump trailer. We used to go get wood all the time in September because the bugs weren't bad, the temperature was good, the leaves were changing. It was just a good time of year to go get wood, so we'd go get wood every year. Multiple loads of wood, like 8 loads, and we weren't getting sissy loads either. They were like, we had big racks on the back of the truck and we'd dome the thing out. If you were going for wood, you're gonna get a load of wood.
What would you do to help your dad get wood?
He usually cut it up, and as soon as he was cutting it, I was just constantly running back and forth to the truck. It was always a game. I'd always try to keep up with him because he'd cut down a tree and then cut it up, and I'd be hauling it as quick as I could, and then he'd go look for another tree, and I'd try to get the tree cut down done before the other tree was down. So made it a game to hurry and get it loaded, because the quicker you get it loaded, the quicker you can stop working.
Would cousins go with you sometimes?
Sometimes, I mean, when we were kids, I remember like all my uncles would come. We'd have multiple trucks. Dad would get wood, and then we'd also get wood for Grandma and Grandpa, so we'd go load up and make sure Grandma and Grandpa had plenty of wood. Grandma and Grandpa needed wood for 2 things. For the barn, you had to heat the barn, and their house, so we had to get a lot of wood for them.
Would they split the wood with a wood splitter, or how would they split all that wood for your grandparents?
I'd never even heard of a wood splitter until I got in the city. Country people don't have wood splitters. What we do, they're called kids or yourself.
What do you split wood with?
A maul, a splitting maul.
Why not an axe? What's the difference?
Well, an axe is typically lighter weight and sharper. A splitting maul usually has a heavy head on it because once you get that thing, you want to split the wood, like bust through it, not chop it. And so a splitting maul is a little more dull and heavy and tapers out wide, like it gets, by the end it's wide, where an axe is narrow because you're chopping.
So the difference between chopping and splitting is you chop down the tree. They used to with axes, they needed them sharp.
Yeah, chopping, you're cutting across the grain. Splitting, you go down the grain. Because when you're chopping the tree, the rings go up, and so you're... But when you're splitting, you just whack. And that's why you want a heavy splitting maul, because once you fling that thing down and it hits the wood, you want it to like rip it open.
Your favorite size of chainsaw so far to cut down, say like a medium-sized tree or a big tree?
Well, I like, if you're cutting down a tree, I like a bigger, more powerful chainsaw. So I have my farm box, my Stihl. It's a MS-271, so a 20-inch bar.
And then you've also got the one that you haven't tried out yet.
I got the shorter one, it's like a 16-incher, and it's really lightweight. It's I think it's a 181.
You got your 16-inch, so it could...
I got both of them because the big one's good to cut down and through big, but then the small one's easy to like cut the branches. Like when you tip it over and you got all the branches to trim off, like the little lightweight chainsaw is really nice for just bucking off all those branches, and then use the big saw to cut through it.
Also, you got it to go on our 4-wheelers.
Yes. Sometimes it's really bad if you're trying to get back to your truck and you're planning on getting down a certain road and you're like 2 miles from the truck and there's a tree across and you have to backtrack. That's not good.
We're getting into some pines.
Now there's the pines. Now we just got to get in the dead pines. This tree has been used as a backstop for a lot of targets. That's the chicken. That tree can come down. Looks like someone tried to cut this one and tipped it over the wrong way. Well, people have tried cutting this one. I might be able to get that one off the top, like that one that was cut up there and leaning.
Uh-huh.
I could probably cut it and hook a winch onto it. So we'll get our chainsaws ready. Got everything I need for my chainsaw right here. I actually have an extra chain. I bought some new chains. This is the Husqvarna box. I do like it. It has a lot of room in it for a lot of accessories. So I got my fuel, my bar and chain oil, various brushes to clean it. Why is that on upside down, you ask? Well, that's because you evenly wear your chainsaw bar. Otherwise, you'll burn out a chainsaw bar and you have to buy a new chainsaw bar. It wears unevenly because this is your cutting surface, so it's got a lot of stress on it. And so what it'll do is the bottom will wear out before the top. And so if you just flip the bar, then you can evenly burn your bar. So let's go ahead and make sure we got bar oil. Oh, that's gasoline. Don't mix those up. Gasoline towards back. It's kind of like a mullet. Gasoline in the back, oil in the front. This front up here is your bar oil. Always make sure you got your bar oil with you. And actually in both cases I have bar oil and fuel, so you lock that till it locks. Okay, to start one of these suckers, you got to be careful because you can flood these pretty easily. So make sure your bar's not in the dirt. There's your little throttle thing here. The first time you do it, pull the trigger and it pushes all the way down. And you pull this a couple of times and you go boom, boom. And like the third time you'll go bah, 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 bah. You'll hear it like roll over a couple times and then you flip it up once and pull it and it starts. So we're gonna try it. See, no burp, no burp, no burp. There was the burp, fourth pull. Flip this up. I'm going up here a bit. I'm yelling timber. I'm going down. Some archery hunter setting up here and like, what a freaking idiot. That was fun. Well, now the work begins. And there's two big quakies back here that are dead. If we wanted quakey, man, you could fill a trailer of that.
Well, remember, we just don't like it quite as
I know.
Why do you like pine?
Because it's my name. No, pine is just, it burns hot and clean. And it's not stinky. I like the smell of pine as it burns. It's not a terrible campfire smell. Poplars and like deciduous trees kind of stink when you burn.
Have more smoke.
They're more smoke and kind of a sour smell. Like pine smells a little sweet. Pines always smell sweet. I need a hard hat. gonna try to pull as many out that I can get to easily, and then we'll just saw them up right here and load them in the trailer. Watch out, coming out of here. Hummingbird. I mean, this weighs 100 pounds, you know. I'm gonna go back up, and that tree's still up there leaning, but I can hook the rope onto it and just pull it. And I think if I pull it away, it'll just...
Somebody cut it before, and what
Somebody
happened?
cut it, but it went the wrong way. Like they were cutting it and they tried to get it tipped this way, but it was leaning too far back, so no matter what they did, it just went back and it got hung up in another tree. If something goes south, you jump behind the tree. I mean, it's not foolproof, but I'd rather have a big tree between me and the log than nothing. So they call them widow makers. It's beautiful up here. Peaceful. I thought there'd be more deer hunters. We got quite the collection of lumber here. We could build a log cabin in a week. This is what we used to do. We used to go up and be up here in the mountains, and yeah, you work your ass off. It's hard work, but like, these are the days you remember. These are the days I remember with my dad. How many days did we go up and get wood and pigeon water? Me, Dad, and Gene. Tons of wood hauled out of there. Great tree. I got up there. It's nice and fat and dry.
So you're thinking you're gonna invent rebar, what is it called?
I was gonna do it's kind of like the log ox, but I think if I had a spike that stuck out and I just come up behind it, and it's got a place I can kick it down under the log and then just rock it back, and it cradles it down in. And then you just tip it off when you're done. That was really good. I could line them up there. But...
Any last thoughts?
Well, you know, it looked like a big pile of wood till you stack it in the trailer.
And we'll find a couple more along the road, huh?
We'll take the four-wheeler and run up the road a little bit. If we can find another tree or two.
Yeah. Go for a ride. That'll be fun.
Hey, knucklehead. Do you know the archery deer hunt starts this weekend? You're gonna be in someone's freezer. I don't even archery hunt. And you'd be in my freezer. Yeah, scratch that itch, but like, you gotta be careful, dude. Archery hunt. Stick flippers. You standing like that, you look like a damn decoy. I'd say have a nice fall, but I don't think it's going to end well for you. Big load. We went from being a wussy load to a manly load.